Well, for example, when you were playing professionally in England, how would you prepare for a big tournament coming up while you're in the middle of your league plays?
In my day, bacon, egg, sausage, and beans. And to answer your question, it's exactly that. You prepare right, good rest, good food. Make sure you're cooling down after a game. If you've got access to all the other the rollers, the ice baths, get yourself ready. Whatever it takes. You may need to do a light session after you've played your game. Get your coach to get together a couple of hours later to get the lactic acid out your muscles and put a session on. So the next day you're ready to. Can we get as close to that maximum load as possible? And then that's just body. There's this as well. Yeah. You got to think mentally. What do I need? I've got to get a minimum of 8 hours sleep in, and I've got to make sure that. It's not 8 hours on the Friday night before a game Saturday. It's 8 hours on the Wednesday, Thursday night. I've got to make sure that I am ready. Because more often than not, I mean, when I played, you're lucky if you got a good night's sleep on a Friday. You're so amped up. You're so ready for this game. And it depending on what the level of the game is, what you're walking into, what's at stake. I'm pushing for promotion. I'm fending off relegation. I'm fighting for my place. Friday nights is you're probably up, getting to sleep at 1 o'clock. You're waking up 7, 8 o'clock. You get a breakfast and try and get fuel inside. You go and do a light session. Get on the bus, go to a game. Get up. Then as soon as it's strange, as soon as you then hit that locker room, everything seems to switch on. Yeah. Everything. All of a sudden, it's like you go into autopilot. Your coach is giving you your team talk. You're getting your kit on. You go out for your warm up, and we talk about mum and dad around the sidelines. And I mentioned earlier about the little guys being embarrassed with what's being said and so on and so forth. It kind of zone out. It just becomes noise. It's like just a drum that's beating, and you don't really. You can't pick a noise out in there. It's just all drummed in, and that could be good noise and bad noise.
No, makes sense. So and I guess a big part of that is listening to your body, and only you really know what you can take.
That's exactly. I mean, it's a long-winded way of saying you got to prepare yourself, right?
And the off-the-field stuff, just to move away a little bit from what Simon says. Simon's saying regarding the preparation for the games. For the actual showcases themselves, the players have to, firstly make sure in the next few weeks they're, as we said before, contacting the college coaches, but also getting ready to make their highlight reels. And that might be at our showcase in particular, or it might be games leading up to it, because, they might be contacting a coach that then comes and watches them on the Saturday of our showcase. And the kid, it does all right? They're interested. There might be a follow-up where that player now needs to say, hey, also, as well as this weekend, I've got this highlight reel available for you to see, so they can see a bit more. Depending on how far the team comes from, how far the college coach is coming from, where their next showcase is going to be. It's very, very important they have that stuff ready, right? They should be preparing that as often as they can. Sometimes you have good games, sometimes you have bad games. Everybody, so it's very important that they are ready with all their off-the-field stuff. To provide the college coaches.
Okay.
Do you know what? It's got to be fun. You got to keep this sport fun.
Yeah.
It got to be done with keep that smile on your face. Try and release as much of the pressure as you can. But this is a fun sport. Fun for the little ones. That's why they start doing it. And there's nothing better than getting that phone call from whoever it may be, whatever college, whatever MLS club, saying we want you to come and play for us. Imagine being the parent of that kid.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and speaking more about the Cup Fall Showcase that's coming up next month, Sean, what are you looking forward to most about this upcoming?
Well, the girls in particular, I think we have, it's fantastic because.
Do you have favorite teams that are coming?
No favorite teams. Leicester aren't playing in it. Leicester aren't playing in it. We have, we're bringing again, just like we did with the EDP Cup, we're bringing some, teams and clubs from different platforms,
Out of region as well.
out of region as well, that very rarely, probably never really get to play each other, and they're all coming onto one platform that weekend to play. I think that's an unbelievably exciting moment, because these clubs have agreed to do it, which I think is part of the battle half the time, is agreeing to actually play, because everyone wants to protect their status, everyone wants to protect the platform they're on. We've got clubs, top clubs coming together to play at the Girls Showcase, and I think that is very, very exciting, because I might be wrong here, but I don't believe it's happened. I haven't seen it happen in the last couple of years, with these clubs from different platforms coming together to play.
Yeah.
In this
And
event.
by platforms, you mean, of course, U.S. Soccer Development Academy, the USU Soccer National League,
and ECNL.
well.
Yeah, so there's always
typically
talk.
at odds. Those
Absolutely,
platforms.
everyone's not at the fault of, or always the fault of the clubs. Everyone has demanding schedules. It's very difficult to line these games up. I think the fact that we've done it so early in the season to get these guys playing in front of the college coaches as well. I think it's very, very exciting. There's a lot of people out there that like to talk about doing it, but this is really happening on this weekend. So I think that's fantastic. I think it's the way youth soccer should be.
How many different national champions have we got?
Well, coming into this event, there's a few national champions coming in from the National League and from the ECNL are going to be at the event. So that's, again, very exciting. And there's also a number of national team players that are going to be there also from a few of the clubs involved. So again, with these clubs don't come together often. It's exciting to see, because they're prepared to almost like put it on even though it's a showcase, it's early on in the season. Their reputation is still on the line, so it gives that nice little competitive edge. That, again, as much as it's a showcase, it's not about the wins and losses. The college coaches do want to see that competitiveness, right? Who can go out there and compete with the best? And again, with everyone wants to say they're the best, but they want to hide in their own platform, their own bubble, and just shout that they're the best. This is a great opportunity to start seeing.
I think I completely
everyone
agree.
wants to see the best be the best.
Hey, I'm the so-called number one club on this carding platform. I'm throwing all my chips in the table, and I'm going at it with the number one club from a different carding platform.
You can't say you're the best if you're playing in Europe right now. You can't say you're the best team in Europe if you're only playing in England, right? And beating everyone in England. What happens? There's a competition called the Champions League, right? And the champions of England get to play the champions of Spain and Italy and France, and then we say who's the champions of Europe, right? And that's what we need. And I think, not that this is the start of it, but hopefully what this will do is open up more doors to get these teams to play together a little bit more often, or play against each other a little bit more often.
Yeah,
right? Because we want the best playing the best, and actually that's what, funnily enough, youth soccer here has evolved massively. But I know when I first came here years ago, this was before all these different platforms, everyone just played each other, right? Regardless, and surely that's what you want, right? To be the best players, you should be just playing the best competition all the time, play the best teams, and this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, for sure. And similar to what we did with Cup Fall, at the Cup Fall Showcase, we will be having all these different platforms coming back again with the National League, the U.S. Soccer, DA, and the ECNL. So another important thing to note is we had record-breaking numbers last year for the Cup Fall Showcase with the amount of college coaches we had, right, guys? So, Simon, can you tell us a little bit about what you're looking forward to at the Cup Fall Showcase this year? I know typically you're involved with coaching education and coaching seminars and college seminars and that type of stuff.
Do you know what? The big thing for me is getting the right teams on the right field and just letting them go at it. Just let's see what they've got. Let's see how they conduct themselves. Let's see how they perform. Let's make it as challenging as we possibly can for them kids. And what I mean is they need to play top competition. That way, when I talk to the college coaches in our tent and we start discussing, what have you seen, what did you think, who do you want to follow up with, and et cetera, you want them to be excited. And year on year, the numbers are increasing, the interest is getting better, the level of college is increasing, and we constantly see posts from our clubs that say, so-and-so's just been accepted at whatever college. If we host this showcase and a whole bunch of kids get accepted to college or get invited to come and speak with a college coach, that's a massive plus. Yeah. That's huge. We're about providing opportunities, and that's what this is.
Absolutely. Any teams or any players you guys are looking out for? Any colleges you want to shout out, Sean? Anything?
Leicester.
Yeah, I don't want to favour anybody really. Leicester City maybe. No, you know the level as always is a very, very good level. As I said with the girls, we have some top clubs, some national champions from various platforms. On the boys' side as well, they're there, and I think that's important. There's no one really in particular, but we will have, as I said, national team players and some quality clubs from around this area, but also other regions. So again, it should, and just like the EDP Cup, we will do our best to give clubs good games, right? Regardless of what bracket you're in, whether you're platinum, silver, bronze, gold, chromium, whatever the bracket is, it's about providing even matchups. No college coach wants to go to a game and see a team, and although we're not talking, not the result isn't matter, but he doesn't want to go there and just see a team blow another team out 8-0. He isn't getting to see the kids, right? That's a mismatch of a game. We'll do our best to give the kids the best games possible, no matter what level they are. And I think with the numbers we have coming to the event does allow us to give everyone a great game, and that's really important.